I'm Brittny for EyeOnGlam. I am with my fellow New Yorker, Harry Josh over here. We are going to be talking all about the journey into the glamorous life that he has had.
I like it.
How did you get into the business?
You know, it's a long, arduous process, and I think typically when you become a hairdresser anywhere in the country, other than LA or New York, you do your obligatory 1 or 2 years worth of beauty school or cosmetology school, you get your license and you work at your local mom and pop hair salon. To get from being a hairdresser to becoming an editorial or celebrity hairdresser, you're putting in a lot of time assisting. So I assisted for, I would have to say, almost 8 years. I hopped around from hairdresser to hairdresser, assisting, and it still wasn't really taking me anywhere. My brutal reality actually didn't come in New York, it came in Miami.
Wow.
So I was supposed to be in college. My parents had enrolled me kind of without me wanting to be in school because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I never went. I would take my books from my parents' house, pretend to go to school, and really what I would end up doing is be interning and kind of doing on-the-job training at a hair salon downtown. And I did that for a full year without them realizing that that was going on. I ended up going to Miami because South Beach in the early 90s was a mecca. If you wanted to be a hair and makeup person, the 90s in South Beach was like the Saint-Tropez of America. So I went there, you know, very confident with my portfolio from Vancouver, Canada, and I was like 20 years old, and I thought I was a young buck who really knew everything, and just because I was successful there, I just assumed I'd be successful wherever I went. So I set up interviews with all the agencies. They're all on Ocean Drive. There's 7 of them that represent hair and makeup artists. I went to all 7 of them, and I got rejected by all of them. And I became a casting director. I casted shows for 8 years, and hair I only did on the side.
Wow.
What ended up happening is I befriend an unknown girl named Giselle.
Wow.
She's 15 or 16 years old. She's just moved from South America. I'm casting a show in London. She comes in for the audition. She's totally not right for the show, but she's so sweet, so nice in her broken English, and we became friends. And she knew I was kind of doing a few girls' hair out of my apartment. She knew I did hair on the side. And so she would just complain, saying, you know, when I lived in Brazil, I was out in the sun a lot, my hair got really, you know, light, naturally. And now it's just so dark. And I just want to look at that, but I don't want to have it colored. I don't like that look of colored hair. And so I'm sure we could figure something out. So she would come over to my house, and you know, we'd hang out and just start playing with like color and where the places would be and looking at pictures, being like, I guess it would be here, it would be there. And I would just kind of finger and hand paint bleach into the tips of her hair. And then all of a sudden, before I knew it, within like 6 weeks, she's just like, Harry, everyone's stopping me on the street. They want to know, like, will you do their hair? And I'm like, yeah, I will do their hair. So instantly, overnight, I became somebody.
Wow.
And even though I couldn't get an agency, the ironic thing was the next day the agency called me and said, do you have representation?
That's
We'd like to represent you. So that was March 2002, and it's just been a steady uphill climb the whole time.
And tell me about your blow dry.
My latest venture has totally been creating a professional tools line, and I feel this has been something that the marketplace doesn't have. And a lot of the women who watch the tutorials on YouTube, not of mine, but just of the millions of tutorials that are out there, how to achieve red carpet looks, how to get an updo, how to blow out your hair. The problem is, these women aren't being told that the tools are everything. So I created the first of many tools to come, which is my luxury blow dryer. It's handmade in France. It blows 81 miles an hour of air, which makes your blow drying time cut in half. Albeit it's an expensive product, it actually costs a lot to make it. So that's really what you're going to do, but this will be solely the last blow dryer you'll ever buy. It will last you 15 years. So it's an investment that I think every woman should really do. And if not, a birthday's coming up, hopefully somebody will get it for you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your amazing story with me.
Thank you. It's fun to talk about it, and actually when I say it out loud, it's kind of amazing to hear it.
Yeah, it's truly
cool.
amazing and inspiring, and I hope this inspires so many people out there that actually follow their dreams.
Please follow. I always say that when anyone asks me, like, don't ever give up. It took me 12 years to get my break.
I love that.
And it worked out. So if you persevere, it will happen.
Totally.
I really believe that.
Love
firmly.
it. And that's a wrap.